before it is finished.
In short, as we have agreed, we need a Nigerian solution to this problem.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So not PDP, APC, LP, or ABGA.
No.
We need a Nigerian solution, because the paradox is the problem is here, the answer is also here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right, let's go to our next story, folks. You know, Borno State, northeast Nigeria, also caught the bug of the protests. We can report that the state government has imposed a 24-hour curfew on Maiduguri, that's the capital, in response to nationwide protest and a deadly bomb explosion in the state. The spokesperson for the State Police Command, Nahum Daso, said the decision comes in the wake of a bomb explosion at a local tea joint at Kawuri in the Kondoga local government area of the state. While the explosion led to the deaths of about 20 people, the protest turned ugly after protesters went berserk, forcing policemen to fire tear gas to control them. Basically, again, terrible times. We are there. We are talking process in one hand. We are going back to the age of suicide bombing.
In spite of the successes that have been recorded.
Yes, by the state governor. Yeah.
For example, which makes it sad, and you see,
it makes you think if this is deliberate.
Well, deliberate.
You see what I'm saying?
I can imagine what you are saying, but I also think that sometimes when things happen in other parts of the country, some other places become victims of such happenings. For example,
this is Borno.
For example, in Borno State now, I think what is happening in that place is like things happening in the north spreading, regardless of what the situation is.
Small boys that they don't even know
in Borno State. Look at the people that
what do they know about hunger?
They are young people. You get it? No matter what the governor is trying, but no matter what he's doing, it shows that we still have a army.
Oh yeah.
Of these young.
Hungry.
We are hungry.
Hungry.
Hungry. They are going to Hungary. So they hear things that somebody will just tell them. You see, it's happening in Kano. It's happening in Sokoto. It's happening in this. You people too.
And that's the fuel they need.
Yes, now organize yourself. Oh yeah, go to the street. So it's unfortunate that this is happening in Borno State.
No. And bad government. But certainly not in Borno.
No, what I'm saying
is... Even if it is not in Borno, even when the governor is trying, see, some of the things that the governor is also doing, they are from the center. It's not as if all the money that the governor is spending is also coming from the state government, because these are security issues, which means that for Borno, both the federal government and the state government are doing well. That is the way I want to look at it.
Yeah.
Now, if in spite of that, these people are still like this on the street, it shows you that what happens in one part of the country will go to another place, whether that thing is supposed to happen or not.
Yeah, BC, but and Mayor, while Aluta is on, let's make some money. We are going on a commercial break now. Please come with us. We'll be back shortly. Thank you. All right, folks, let's go back there. Borno State, bedeviled with the suicide bombers.
Yes, I said Borno State is different. You have to Borno State is different from all the other states. That's why I said.
Why is it?
When the DSS said that they have intelligence that some people that the ISWAP elements
we're going to
infiltrate.
Yeah.
That's what happened, because the bomb thing, this is not the first time that will happen in recent times. If you remember that for a long time, they were able to push the ISWAP elements towards the Lake Chad region.
Okay.
And then the Boko Haram element, after that disagreement between Boko Haram and ISWAP, have been weakening considerably. In fact, a lot of their foot soldiers are the ones doing banditry in the northwest. You understand?
Okay,
so
so
a lot of them now left Boko Haram and started doing banditry. So for a long time, the area, that Borno area, was relatively calm. Yeah. Apart from the northern part of it, was relatively calm. But recently, the ISWAP group has been able to put their house in order, and they've started again doing things that they used to do that they've not done for a long time. For example, they resumed suicide bombers, which they've not done in a long time, and then using planting bombs in different places.
So this one to instill fear.
It's part of their own terrorism thing that they've been doing in the state. It's just that now mixing that with this protest made Borno State to be, but because people were now, because of that bomb, people were hungry, and then they started moving out and all that, and government has to quickly impose sanctions. So their own case is a bit different. It's a mixture of both the terrorism that has been going on there and the end government.
This makes you question if we can call the bluff of these Boko Haram messengers of evil, of death. Can we call the bluff?
If we could, we would have. I don't think we have that capacity. From what we have been, if you want to go with what has been going on in the country, it's obvious that somehow we cannot, for whatever reason. And because I believe that if we could, we would have.
Yeah.
So we are just trying to,
We can only contain it. We cannot eradicate it. Even America could not do it in Afghanistan. They could not do it in Syria. Terrorism, because it's not a conventional war, they will always recruit more people, come back again, remobilize, and come back to attack you. It's not a conventional war that you will say that, these are designated war theater. So you can only contain them, reduce it to the barest minimum, but you cannot stop it.
Well, so the coming days will be very interesting too.
Very challenging, because they promised us 10 days. This is the first day.
By the way,
we hope that
quickly. I was looking at some of the demands of the leaders of the protest. One, return pump price of petrol to 100
naira. That is impossible. Why it is impossible? You see, that's why I said that you can ask something when you're protesting, but when you engage government, you'll be able to know. Because why it is impossible is that right now that we are paying between 580, 650, thereabout, government is still, because the unit price is supposed to be 1,300, and we are paying about 650, 700 now. So government is still subsidizing that. To go back to 100 naira is impossible.
All right, quickly, let's digress. Go to Nguru is in Yobe State. There's also the curfew imposed there.
Yeah, I think
Yobe is neighboring.
Yobe is in neighboring state. Yes.
So, I think what is happening in that Azim,
because of the local government was attacked.
Okay.
The local government was attacked, and then buses and then vehicles that were parked in the local government were burnt. Yes.
Okay.
It's still part of
the same kind of thing that happened during the NSAS, where the buses that were parked were. So the same thing happened in that local government.
They just act without
thinking.
Yeah.
No, that's the way rioters are. When you deal with mob, you cannot guarantee what they will do. Everybody has their own frustration.
Yeah.
That's why they attack. Because, for example, I say you attack people who are also suffering the same kind of thing that you are complaining about.
All right, we must go. Please don't forget, Journalist Hangout is the biggest rendezvous for gentlemen of the Fourth Estate. Let's thank Dr. Olabisi Deji Folutile for your time, ma'am.
Thanks for having me.
Let's also thank Mayor Akekpelo for your intervention.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, that's it for the show today. Join us again tomorrow for another episode. Of course, you may watch a repeat broadcast of this episode later tonight at 11. But don't forget to join us every Sunday between 1:30 and 3:30 p.m. We expand the field for you. Not to worry, BKO is unavoidably out of town. He should come back before the week runs out. We are also on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Citizen Jones Hussein. Bye-bye now. Take care.
Following is a paid presentation by ShopX TV.
Tired of pans that scratch and stick? Or cookware that takes up valuable space in your kitchen and are of